When we hear the word gentleman, most of us picture this: tailored suits, chivalry, a kind of old world charm that belongs more to classic films than modern life. But it's 2025 now, so what does it really mean to be a gentleman today?
Hey there, what's up, fellow gents? Today we're going to go over what it is to be a gentleman in 2025. Most people think it's a classic timeless, like we just seen. Like a movie timepiece, that you always have to strive to be the best dressed person in that three-piece suit. And that's simply not the case. A gentleman goes farther beyond just what's on the outside and clothing that he wears. It goes into the emotional intelligence. It goes into his values. It goes into his morals. Take, for example, you have a gentleman that is very well nicely dressed, goes into a room and says absolutely nothing but commands presence. Then you have another man that walks into the same room, same three-piece suit, but doesn't even have a glance. Both said nothing. Both simply walked in with almost the same attire. But it's that true value that you have and that you bring into a room, that self-confidence, that aura is its known. Now don't get me wrong, dressing the part is crucial still as a gentleman today. Take, for example, a party I was at. It was a business casual dress. But then somebody, even though he had money, let's say, walked in with a dress shirt, a tie, but he wore, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but he wore shorts, sandals, and socks with the sandals. He got attention, but it definitely wasn't the attention that you would want. There's more glares. And the same goes for attracting a beautiful woman. If you're wearing a shirt or clothing articles that have brand names the size of your ego, you're going to attract attention. You're going to attract the attention of ladies that you do not want. And don't get me wrong, it's fun for a time being, but I guarantee you there will be issues. If you're looking for the classic lady that a gentleman aspires to have in their life, she will run for the hills seeing you in those things. Now, we touched on emotional intelligence. Why is that so important? Well, not just having that aura with you when you walk into a room or you walk down the street with a beautiful lady on your arm and guys don't take a second look at her after seeing you, almost tucking their tail in between their legs. But it's also to keep a calm demeanor. It's really when you stop and realize that you don't have to use what you're capable of. And when I say that, I've coached many men from boys. But something that I always tell them is that you need to be dangerous. But knowing and having the maturity and emotional control is when you become a gentleman. So it is shifted. It is shifted from the early 90s movies men like James Bond. And it is turned into, now today, more focused on having the discipline, the emotional intelligence, and the core values that you see in a true gentleman today. But tell me your thoughts. What do you think? What core values should a gentleman have? And do you relate to this? Do you have the friend that comes to a party dressed less than as? Let me know what you think, and have an amazing day.